It was another beautiful day in eastern North Carolina, so I deleted my stock exhaust and got that Pro Circuit T6 RM Army Edition thrown on the 2025 Suzuki RMC 450, looking sick, boy. Then I headed up to County Line Motocross Park in Bolton, North Carolina for the season finale of the 2025 Coastal Carolina Motocross Spring Series. And I haven't even raced my local track yet, so I was super psyched for this one.
What's up, dog?
I raced two classes today, 25 plus amateur along with 450C. They were running several of the groups together in these various motos, so I'm on the gate with 25 plus amateur and all the vets. And the 25 plus experts are actually already on the track. The one thing I gotta say about this race in particular, it was the hottest race I've ever done. 96 degrees outside. Humidity in the 50 to 60% range all day. Feels like well over 100. Not quite 20-25 main town, but it was rough. Drink at least 2 gallons of water, a liquid IV, Gatorade. It's been 24 hours and your boy is still recovering. Speaking of getting your adrenaline pumping, I was literally the first moto of the day, and as you see here, they were having gate technicalities. They gave us the 30-second board this time for the 3 times. It's a lot of adrenaline, getting all your emotions pumped up and amped, and also just thinking those 25 plus expert guys been on the track like a minute and a half. They're probably catching us. Boogity, 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 let's go racing. I want to give a special shout out to the owner of County Line Motocross Park, Todd. We had a lot of rain this week. He got the track sick despite the weather, and then it was super, super hot. He got it back sick during the intermission. Awesome job maintaining the facility over the course of the weekend, giving us an awesome racing experience out here. Like I said, literally first moto of the day is probably 10 o'clock a.m. on the dot or so. We're out here ripping the local. Changed up this little outside roller there. It's almost more of a tabletop jump. Going for the outside here. Just third gear, trying to stay on the throttle the entire time, keeping that traction. Ruts on that lip were super crazy all day. Even watching this back, I really should have been going on the inside here. I think I'll figure it out by the next moto, but maybe not this one. This is getting into my favorite section on the track. Absolutely barking down this straightaway. Pretty deep ruts. Braking bumps there. Inside, inside, inside. The inside was so tight right here. Would get even tighter over the course of the day. Sick little step down, little scrub. Nice double, coming up to the whoops before the big pump house step up. Probably should have been going inside there considering I'm only doubling in. Just goes to show there's a whole lot of value to recording yourself, running it back, and seeing what you could be doing better. But when it's that hot out there, it's hard to even think about what you're doing. You just kind of go into survival mode, doing what you know. But I seriously, I got no complaints about how I rode yesterday. Saw the first clip in the video, unfortunately, in 225 plus amateur Moto 2. Tried to make a pass on the inside on the big sweeper left corner. Hadn't rode the inside yet since we were Moto 1. They'd just done a fresh prep on the track. Ended up doing a little over the bars front flip. Didn't hurt though. Got back on the bike, remounted, took third overall in 25 plus amateur, and then in 450C, which I did not record in the GoPro, but it did happen. Your boy took home second place in 450C. My best result ever in 450C. Super psyched on that. Always cool to get a trophy and build some confidence before I head to Lake Sugar Tree for Loretta Regionals this coming weekend. Definitely stay tuned for that. You know, I have all the cameras. I think the outside line here was good, but the one thing I'm really realizing watching these videos back is I probably need to look at these insides a little bit better. So he thought about it there, said nope, outside, but at least you can rail this outside corner. Third gear just screaming. All the way outside, should have been like middle, 2/3 outside. Way too far outside there. That was probably still. Oh, I was letting Wild Bill pass. That's Wild Bill. Leading the 25 plus expert class. Shot some footage of Wild Bill on the channel. Definitely go check that out if you hadn't seen it. One of them, I know I filmed him at West Craven. Dude was 4th gear tapped around the entire track. Unreal. Insanely talented motocross racer. This is what I like to see. That's adapt him right there. Just took the inside for the first time. Hadn't really practiced that. Knew the double was pretty easy. Recognized I was losing time going outside, so I've actually gone inside here. Need to do a little bit more exploring in practice, but you got to be super adaptable when you're riding these tracks. You really need to practice every single line, because if you're going side by side into a corner, you can't really choose where you get to go. That's Cody Peterson sliding on through. I'm pretty sure he took a crash Moto 8 yesterday, so we're going to give him a shout out. Hope he's feeling better. He crashed on the finish line jump. I've jumped that finish line jump before, but the ruts were super deep and mostly sideways, because the guys who were jumping it were throwing fat whips. So I opted against it, especially with the arm pump and everything. Even if you can just get on a track and rip one straightaway and jump the jump, that's cool. But can you do it when you're 8 laps in? It's 96 degrees, 50-60% humidity. Might not be the smartest idea. This is another corner where I need to figure out that I need to go to the inside. I think I was thinking about jumping the double, but I just wasn't getting the pull out of the corner. This is my local track. I've never seen this many ruts on it or this deep, but it was actually super sick. Like I said, no complaints about the track at all. It was mega sick. Some of the best condition I've ever seen this track in, frankly. Definitely feel very fortunate. This is my local track. Massive variety in the type of jumps, size of jumps, types of corners, shapes of corners. It's got a little bit of everything out here. Absolute blast. And I did see Phil say on Facebook that this was the biggest CCMX race at County Line ever. Most sign-ups they've ever had for a CCMX race at County Line. Definitely did feel like it. There was tons and tons of people out. It's one of the sicker tracks in North Carolina, if you ask me. Maybe the best. Definitely the most jumps, the most fun jumps. I mean, NCMP's sick, Dreamville's sick. I'll put County Line up there with the best of them, though. Actually, I did not like the inside on this corner the last lap I did that. I was like, no, back to the outside. If you can carry more speed around the outside is going to be a solid option. The problem is if you're not really carrying your momentum, you're really just wasting time making the turn longer than it needs to be. Boy made it to the checker flag with my clothes still relatively clean. Sheesh! Now we're on to Moto 2, 25 plus amateur. And for this one, they're actually doing the gate drop with 25 plus experts. So we're all going to be taking off the gate at the same time. Again, making it super confusing to figure out what position I was in. Super sick to line up with all these boys though. This was Moto 1 after an intermission, so you'll notice the track's pretty wet compared to that first Moto. Lost my line to the inside there, going to the outside here. I noticed this guy didn't hit this tabletop very hard, so I'm thinking I can pull him on the double. That was a super sick pass. I actually tripled that, I think. Inside here, like to see the smart line choice. And this race for me, if you see the guy in there on the white jersey on the Honda, I was really trying to push to keep up with him. I thought I might be able to make the pass if I could just stay steady. And kind of all in one swift motion before too long here, you'll see the race just kind of goes to crap. But hey, that's racing. Win some, lose some. I don't really know what position I was in or what I might could have been. But third overall in 25 plus amateur, I'll take it. Can't really tell off the start line, but there's definitely some boys back there behind us. All in all, a good day's racing for me. So, as you can tell, I've been tagging this dude for a while now. I saw him go to the inside there, but I swear I think this outside's quicker. I actually asked my boy William McPhee Wild Bill. He said he was going outside there. Then I'm trying the inside here for the first time. It was super wet after the fresh prep. Started to lose my front end. I think I ran out of rut. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I definitely front flipped over the handlebars. At that point, I was doing everything I could just to stay right behind him. Definitely wasn't going to catch him after that. So at this point, we just got to remount and, try to finish the race, salvage whatever we can. And then things just start going from bad to worse. A little bit of difficulties getting the bike going. And I think we're about to have another mistake here pretty soon. Because the one thing is once you get hot and flustered, it gets real difficult to ride a dirt bike. Say that much for sure. See me wiping the goggles there. Just kind of a catastrophe at this point. It was going so good until it started going real bad. Feeling all right though. Hopped straight on the bike, hit some jumps. A little bit of a sideways awkward landing there, but I think actually in that particular moment I'm thinking too, like, bro, you might not even feel that good. You don't know if you're hurt or not. Inside here, off the track, inside left. And we stalled it going uphill. Now we got to back downhill. And as always, I appreciate y'all tuning in the channel. Look forward to catching y'all in the next one very soon. Till then, peace, y'all.